Hello, you listen to Six Music with me, Russell Howard. I'm here with John.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. How are you?
Well, John, what a morning we've had.
You arrived in a right state
I was in a right to do. Yes, well, yesterday, dear listeners, I tried to... Did you know, if you try and get a hotel in the Paddington area, you need photo ID?
Nay.
Yay! What was that?
I think I said yes and no at the same time.
Yeah.
And it came out as yeah.
Well, that was the thing. It was really horrible. You know, it's because like 2 in the morning I was trying to get somewhere to stay in London because my brother, who's probably listening at the moment is a son of a gun. And anyway, he wasn't there to let me in, so I was looking for a hotel. I had no bartering skills whatsoever. You know, 2 in the morning, I was that close away from going, please, I'll be your best friend, please.
Turn on BBC Two.
Yeah, exactly. Turn it on. You'll see me be nearly as funny as Frankie Boyle. Frankie Boyle, by the way, who said to say hello. He listens to the show while he's in his bath, which is quite nice. If you know the comedian Frankie Boyle, probably freaking him out a bit at the minute that we're on to him.
Hello.
Yeah, but it was quite nice. He said, your friend John, he sounds like something out of a Creature Comfort ad, which is a fair point, I think.
A depressed polar bear.
Yeah, you'd be a great... Well,
It's the role I was born to play.
We were a little bit worried about you because me and Adam, as we were coming down to the studio, said, yeah, John looks a bit down. And Adam suggested we give you a hug.
When?
Just on the way down.
This morning?
Yeah. But I don't know...
That's nice.
But see, well, the point I put forward is, can we really have a John who isn't angry? See, I'm worried if we hug you and then you're all chipper, I think that ruins the show.
I'll be like Samson after he had his haircut.
But then we were talking about, there are these people, have you seen this, that go around offering free hugs?
You had a right little conversation on the way down the stairs behind my back, didn't you? No wonder I'm tetchy this morning.
Yeah, but he was, would you be up for that, a hug?
Would I be up for a hug of what?
You know that thing in the street when people like come up to you and give you a free hug?
Oh, no.
See, there you go. Exactly, that's...
Touch me.
Both their faces went funny.
Yeah, it's a northern thing, isn't it?
Yeah, over in Northern Corner. They got...
Touch me for free. Oh, no. I was on the tube this morning on the way in, and this guy came in, overweight and wearing a puffer jacket.
But that's not his problem.
Making it worse, right? Yeah. But he sat next to me, and I'd got there first, so I had my arm on the armrest.
Yep.
And I knew he wanted the armrest for his big old arms, but I wasn't budging. And then he just slowly, between the 2 stations, forced my arm off the armrest with his big old arms, so he could have the armrest.
That's horrible when an alpha turns up. Hang on, was there not anyone else on the tube?
Yeah, well, there was a few other people. It was sort of, there were seats, but only between people. I was very angry, but I couldn't do anything about it because he was bigger than me.
See, I'd quite like it if someone came up and hugged me in the street. I think it'd be quite nice if you're just wandering along.
They wouldn't know what they were letting themselves in for.
That's a fair point, yeah.
No, that's horrible. How can that possibly be a genuine hug? And if it is, then the person doing it has got problems.
You listen to
and then they're going to walk away and say, I've got problems.
How lovely. I've got a lovely image now of just some really genuinely happy, giddy person coming out, just give you, yeah, you got problems, you.
You would have, running around in the street hugging. How have I come out of this looking like a weirdo for not approving of going around touching strangers?
Hugging me? Your dad never loved you, you bloody weirdo. Christ.
Starts with a hug, then where do you start? What if someone ran up and kissed you in the street?
Well, even better.
What if someone ran up and...
tugged me off, John? I would not have a problem with that. I think that would be absolutely lovely.
It'd be the end of your career. Say that for you now.
It'd be the end of my morning. Yeah, I'll probably... Well, no, I think I'd find that okay. The state I'm in at the minute, you know. Do you want to tell the listeners what you were just saying just before I put that tune up?
Not really. It was a private comment between friends. Are you just flicking through the paper now, are you? You're just leaving me there?
I'm just waiting for you to tell the nation.
Russell Howard Show. I don't know if you just, perhaps you're tuning in today.
I'm waiting for you to tell everyone what he said. I'm waiting for you to tell everyone what he said.
Listening to the sound of me reading the papers. I'm not going to say it. Well, you're clearly going to say it. I said I wish Gail Porter would wear a wig.
He said it with real anger.
I didn't say it with anger.
I wish you'd been annoying him all week. Bloody hell, that's all I need, her staring at me like a moomin.
I never said that.
You said it with your eyes.
You said it, and that's worse.
I'm with you. She's meant to be a lovely lady.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. But some things just aren't worth making a stand about, are they?
Yeah, well, that's it. She looks cold all the time. Her head's always red. You think, just wear a hat.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. The other story in the papers that was a bit hideous, apparently Richard and Judy have been using Viagra. Did you read that?
Yeah.
Bit of Viagra. Who's ever used that? Have you ever used any of that?
No, my mate has.
Has he? Any good? Work for him.
There's an anaesthetic spray coming out, I read in the paper this week, for your old chap.
Really?
That you just spray it on 15 minutes before and it sort of anaesthetises.
But see, that's the thing, isn't it? It's that whole kind of preemptive 15 minutes, because anything can go wrong in 15 minutes. If you take the time to go, well, I think this is clearly going to... And then, you know, you say something horrific, like, well, I just hate it, I think she should wear a hat. And then the relationship goes sour, and then you're just wandering around, you know, with wood all day.
Yeah.
Discuss.
Yeah, no, I think you've nailed it there, if I could use that expression.
That's a great one to use. Now, there was a fantastic story you saw about the football, wasn't it?
A lot of football stories this week, very good ones. They were in the Mirror, I'm ashamed to say, so you don't get any facts other than the 4 words that is necessary to tell you the story. But a guy went into a tattoo shop in Argentina and asked for a tattoo of his favourite team's emblem on his back. Asking for trouble getting a tattoo on your back for a start. The guy who owns the tattoo parlour happened to support the other team from that city, so just tattooed a massive penis on his back instead.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Which I'm sure seemed funny at the time.
That's what it is. See, here's the thing, like, when you have... Has anyone ever had acupuncture? I don't know if you've had it at home, but I had a bad back a little while ago, and you can't get out the back of your head that they're putting the needles in the formation that just goes, ha, 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 all this money.
But you'd have thought, you know, a tattoo, you'd be able to feel the outline of what he was doing. I mean, unless it was really detailed, it's just a simple matter of lines, isn't it? And you'd feel that being done. And then it doesn't say in the paper if he only noticed when he got home and he said to his wife, check that out. Yeah. Or whether the tattooist did like a hairdresser's thing and got the mirror out and went, all right, at the back. Yeah. Oh, no, it looks like a massive penis. Yeah,
maybe the emblem of the team is a fist.
Right.
So he sort of thought, oh,
well, that's possible.
It's kind of like that.
The emblem of the team might be a massive penis. It might not be very good.
Yeah. My friend Stephen got a tattoo of a red devil when he was 14 years old. Like, I think it was a Nottingham Forest or a Man United
Your symbol to your pectoral there, is that where he had it done?
Yeah, he had it done there, and he got home and his mum went absolutely mental. I've never... tattoos, not for me. No. Is anyone here tatted up? No? No, it just seems a bit much. No. What was the other foot?
You're not hugging me and you're not drawing on me.
Absolutely.
Add that to the list of things that aren't going to do to Jon Richardson. There was another foot... Oh, this one's a little bit sad, but a little bit funny. Yep. A wife bought her husband a season ticket for Man United. Yeah. Because he's a Man United fan, and it's a lovely gift. 500 quid. Lovely, happy birthday.
Oh, he sounded probably northern then, didn't he? That was fantastic. Hey, before we... Do you do that with your Christmas presents? Before you open it, £59 that. Go on, enjoy it.
No, I don't do that. That's vulgar. Just leave the receipt in.
Yeah. Yeah. And just receipt and wink.
Yeah. Or just take them shopping with you. You like that, do you? Yeah. Yeah. What about the one that's slightly smaller than that, slightly cheaper?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Don't like that one so much. Okay.
I've got an image of you just all Christmas, just your mum like, oh, I'm really enjoying this. Oh, that would I dare do. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Yeah. So she bought this season ticket, right? Yeah. But his birthday's not till January.
Oh, no.
So she kept it from him until January, so that he'd missed 5 months of the season, and then gave it to him in January. Obviously expecting him to go, I don't believe it, Manchester United season ticket. And, you know, he just went... I don't believe it. It's January. And all the other people at the ground were interviewed and they were just saying, yeah, there was this empty seat for 4 months, then he turned up and he looked livid.
Thing is, there's real warmth there, isn't there?
Yeah, well, that's it. His face. Horrible. She clearly had just... Because in her head, the 4 months waiting means when he does open it, he's going to go...
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm guessing she got lightly cuffed, you know. But she had the best intention. But if you don't understand football...
Lightly cuffed.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Because she doesn't understand football, so she doesn't know that is the incorrect thing to do. But the fact that she doesn't understand football, and yet she bought him that, which is going to take him away from her 2 nights a week, makes that such a nice gift.
Yeah. That's properly unlucky, but very funny. And there was another. We had 3, didn't we? What was the thing about the rugby we were on about?
Oh, there was an article about superstitions.
See, this links
superstitious.
This links quite nicely into Am I Normal this week, which is a thing we do every week, which is probably our favourite bit of the show.
I love it when you do a smooth link and then you wink at me.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Do you want to tell people about the little dance you did at the top of the hour today when we started the show for the first time without an awkward 3-second pause?
Oh, listeners, listen to this, right? Sometimes I press the buttons badly. You may have noticed if you listen to the show, but I've managed to make it so that it went 6 music. I did a little dance. That's the great thing about doing a job like this. If you do something right, you're allowed to boogie. If you're an accountant and you carry the one correctly, you're not allowed to do a waltz. Whereas in this, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Slightly frowned upon.
Hey, come on. When you do something good, you like a little dance. I've heard you in the bath the other day.
What?
You were dancing or doing something in there. You were making a right noise. It was 7 in the morning. I was desperate, properly desperate for a wee. I walked up and down our corridor about 18 times, and you were in there dancing away. I don't know what you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You pick your little moments to raise these stories, don't you? You don't even live in our flat anymore. You've moved back to your mum's because it's too cold for you in the flat.
But I like to come back and listen to you wash.
Yeah,
now,
exactly. You've got no rights to that toilet.
That is weird. I've just thought about that. I'm effectively coming back to listen to you wash.
Yeah.
Oh. We should release that as an audio DVD. It'd be fantastic. You, shoulders, knees, nipples, eyes, lovely.
I should point out for the listeners at home that when Russell said shoulders and knees there, he was rubbing his chest.
Yeah. Well, because I've got an itch on my chest.
Not quite mastered the whole body.
No, I winked at you. I winked at you 5 minutes ago. That was our link.
Oh, yeah, you went... Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? You linked at me to say, what a great link, and I've spoilt it by pointing out that you've linked, and now we've deviated, and this link is now terrible.
It doesn't matter. We'll do it after this song. What we're going to do in a minute is a bit of Am I Normal. Text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with all the quirky little habits that you feel compelled to do.
And superstitions. That's what it comes from this week,
yes.
isn't it?
Oh, we'll get into that in a minute, but that's pretty
Or
much
any just regular stitions. You know, don't feel the need to excel. If you've got just an ordinary stition, text that in. It's weird, isn't it? When we're at our most professional, we're also at our least professional.
That's correct, mate. Hey, come on. That's the charm to this show. There's a ramshackle element to it.
Yeah.
So, go on, tell us what it was.
It's Austin Healey, right? The thing about British sports stars, whenever they do one of these things about superstitions, you kind of think, yeah, but you're rubbish as well, though. So the fact that you do all this is all the more tragic because you don't win all that often.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones was, I said, David Coulthard, when he won his first Grand Prix, he then kept those underpants on until they wore out.
Yeah, I did that.
But it took him years to win his first Grand Prix, so you think... By then, you must have come to terms with the fact that it's not because you haven't found the right underpants, but you're just not that good.
Yeah.
Like, I have never played hockey. I don't convince myself that I could be a great hockey player, but it's down to finding the right underpants. It's down to being a good hockey player, David.
Well, I'm not so sure. See, we think in very different ways.
Right.
I think if you found a special pair of pants, then it's like that old...
Then you could fly.
Yeah, I think that's possible. But it's like that. There was a comic book hero who found... Napper, that was it. Napper goes for goal. And Napper found a pair of magic boots, and whenever he put them on, he became an amazing footballer. And I used to trawl charity shops looking for magic boots with my granddad. Didn't find any, but...
No.
But I think there were some there. But I think, well, that'd be great, wouldn't it, if you found a pair of special sports boots or pants... or shin guards, and then you suddenly went, yeah, and you knew that you then, as soon as you put them on, like a spirit rose up within you and you were fantastic. It'd be great to hear a Premiership footballer say that after, wouldn't it? Normally it's just, well, at the end of the day, you know, I've put in under his head. It's all down to my magic boots, to be honest. They're incredible. I put them on, whoosh, scoring the goal. You're looking at me with some scepticism there, John.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't like the idea of magic boots? Imagine that. You putting on a lovely pair of Wellingtons that made you magically tidy your room. Imagine that.
I don't need magic to tidy my room.
Just by looking at things, you tidy them.
There's a lot of dead air today going on. You're baffling me. Magic doesn't exist. That's the whole point of this.
Who is this bloke magic? Of course it exists.
Of course it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Otherwise everyone would be a famous sports star because they'd all find something.
No, because there's only a finite amount of magic shoes, slippers...
Who are you implying has had their career manufactured by magic?
Michael Jordan.
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Are these all going to be basketball players?
No.
You know they're tall, don't you? And that helps in the realm of basketball.
Yeah, but that just because they got magic growing stuff. Wayne Rooney's got magic boots. I don't know. I haven't thought this theory through, but I like the idea that somewhere out there are magic boots waiting for a little kid.
But for every one person who thinks that, there are 50 mediocre sports stars. Austin Healey's superstition was rubbish.
Yeah.
It was that he, before a match, had to buy popcorn and eat some popcorn.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Where did he get that from?
I've no idea.
What did he have to pull over and get some?
I think he said once he was on his way to a game and he was hungry and he passed a cinema, so he went and got some popcorn and then they won. But, you know, you can't then eat popcorn every week.
Yeah, but that's the way of the world, mate. Is as soon as you find something that you make... I was a bit like that when I used to play football. I guess that's my am I normal. I used to put a little note in my football boots that used to say, "You will score a goal today." Put it in my shoes. And
did you?
Yeah, I did when I was about 13 and that. And I genuinely thought it would help. But that's life, isn't it? You get caught up in these little things that you do. he ate popcorn once and played really well, so he can't not play without eating popcorn.
Yeah, but I think that's actually a hindrance then, because one day you're not going to find any popcorn and you'll play worse because you're, it's surely much more healthy to believe when you win a game, you think, I'm a really good player, and henceforth shouldn't lose any more games.
Yeah.
And I don't need popped kernels of corn with sugar on them to manufacture a career for myself.
Nah, I disagree.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're wrong.
Lovely stuff. So text us in with your superstitions, I guess. Anything you feel... We can link this into Am I Normal. Things you feel compelled to do, like before sport. Anything, really, that you can't not do. Text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. Hey, Am I Normal? So this is from Will Barrett. I've gotten into the habit of eating pineapple in the bath, don't we all? I'll chop one up and put it in a pint glass and then put it on a higher ledge. I'll get out of the bath only after I've finished the pineapple. That way I know I'm clean. If I stink but don't have a pineapple at hand, then I won't wash. My hygiene is dependent on tropical fruit. Am I normal? That's an intriguing one, that. I find eating in the bath very... I like the idea of watching a film in the bath, but, I can only stay in there for about 5 minutes and then get bored.
Yeah, you get bored in the bath, don't you?
Yeah.
And if you have the bath hot enough that you can stay in it for a bit, it's too hot when you get in.
Absolutely.
And if you have it the right temperature when you get in, it goes cold.
That's the dilemma, isn't it? When you're filling up the bath and you're in the bath whilst it's filling up, then as soon as it's full, then you're bored. But do you wait? Do you fill the bath and get on with something else? Or do you just sit in the bath and let it gently heat up? I normally sit in the bath and wait, and then regret it every single time. Yeah, I always regret it. Fool to myself. What's your Am I Normal?
My one, my one.
Yeah, your one this week, is it? Yes.
I have to learn, little bits of text and recite it to myself with my eyes closed. So if I'm on the tube and there's a 10 or 12 word advert for something, I have to read it over and over again until I've memorised it. Then I can close my eyes and say it to myself, and then I've passed.
Radion gets your whiter.
Stuff like that.
How troubled. How long's this been going on for?
Oh, ages. I nearly crashed my car in Reading because I was trying to read it backwards. The sign on the bus that said, correct fare please, no change given, Caversham Park, number 12. And I've still remembered that one because it took me ages because I was reading it backwards.
What does this say here?
It says, I need a hug.
Oh, really?
Exclamation mark.
Close your eyes and say it.
No.
Close your eyes and say it.
I don't need anyone. We've had a text in from Dave, who says, "Am I normal?" He said it starts with "How do," so he's already
lovely stuff.
He's already in the team.
He's firmly in Northern Corner.
Yeah, exactly. This goes on to typecast Northerners. I have to touch my equipment and wallet when I see a nun. It's a Sicilian superstition. What a stupid thing to write, Dave. You know I can't read.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Sicilian superstition I caught when living in Palermo.
It's a good job we didn't see that on the tube, isn't it?
Yeah. I could remember... that's an interesting one. Because if I make a mistake when I'm reading it back, I have to start again. That's why the Caversham one was so difficult.
Troubled young man.
Apparently, it protects you from the nun's vow of celibacy and poverty, which presumably is contagious.
Protects you?
I have to fidget quite a lot in my trousers these days as I live in Madrid. Which apparently has the highest concentration of nuns outside the Vatican.
So he's got this theory that nuns are going around trying to put people off sex. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
They're doing good, making soup. What else we got?
An air of tension. We've had a couple of texts in. One says, "Where's the posh one today? Is he playing polo?" And another one says, "Where's that other bloke who's normally there too? Have you murdered him?"
No, we haven't murdered him at all. No, Sam will be back next week. So every week Sam's going to be doing an Eye on Britain, which he'll be recording outside the studio, and it'll be amazing. But yes, so that's where he is.
Someone's texted and
But how lovely is that people have been texting in about him?
Yeah.
That's lovely to know. Cool.
People look out for you, don't they?
They do.
People are good, but they just don't need to touch you in the street to prove it.
Yeah, well, some of them do.
Someone's texted in to say that the comic strip you were talking about before was called Billy's Boots, and that they too were looking for them in charity shops when they were kids.
There you go! Billy's Boots.
I was more about the Macaulay Culkin cartoon Wish Kid. You know when he had that magic baseball glove and he got to make a wish? It was a bit like 5 children in it. You got a wish every day, but it always turns sour by the end, and you learn to accept what you've got.
That should happen, shouldn't it? There should be lamps that if you rub, genies appear. Right? I'm a genie in the lamp. I've just appeared. I grant you 3 wishes. What are you having?
Oh, I need some time to think.
You got no time, mate. I'll disappear.
£10 million.
There you go.
World peace, blah, blah, blah.
Well, please, blah, blah, blah. There you
For
go.
the chick vote.
Well put, Bono.
I'm not really bothered. Bristol's all right at the moment. bit of stuff going on with Keynsham, but we're keeping it local.
Yep.
And I suppose once I've got money, I don't really need anything else.
How great's that? Just the idea of you with the genie going, no, 2 for me, thank you. 2 for me, that'll do. Text us in 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk what you'd do if you were in the same situation that young John was. Would you use all your wishes?
I've started doing the lottery again.
Have you?
Yeah, it's depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
Yeah. What are your 3 wishes, Ross? You've got to decide now. Come on, hurry up. Say it now. Do it quick.
See, instantly in my head I've got a monkey, so I've wasted the first one. I'd like a monkey.
You've got a monkey in your head. Well, that's going to invalidate the next 2, which I'm guessing are going to be for bananas.
Bananas, peanuts.
And impunity from the law when you fling feculence at people.
Lovely stuff. No, I'm going to go for... I'd like a monkey. I'll have some money as well.
Just an ordinary monkey?
I'm talking monkey if you're pushing me. Jesus.
Well, that's 2 wishes now, because you didn't word it properly.
Well,
now you've got a monkey, and then you've gone, actually, can it talk? Bang, 2 wishes. Talking monkey, wasted. £10 million, I'll pay a scientist to make one.
Talking monkey, panickety genie. That's what we've got here.
I'm just laying down the rules, mate. I've got a lot of people that are going to rob me up to this.
Oh, my God. You're like a TV licence man of a genie. Just come on, what are your wishes?
You've
Quickly.
got 1 wish left.
All right. Pogo stick.
A pogo stick and a talking monkey.
And money, so I got dosh anyway, so
You
it's
didn't
fine.
get any money?
Yeah, I took £10 million.
No, you didn't.
Did I not?
You said, can I have a monkey? I, as Genie, said yes. Then you said, talking monkey.
Yeah.
Well, I've given you the monkey now, mate, so...
Oh, flipping it. Can I have some of your money?
No. Well, I'll look after you, mate. I'll get you a place.
Oh, cheers, thanks.
Where do you want to live?
Can I live Swindon near the A419?
Yeah, well, it's a much sought-after area. A lot of people looking... I don't know if I can afford to live there anymore. I had to pay my tax bill this week.
Oh, same here.
Heartbreak.
Dun, dun, dun. Not as heartbreaking as the story in the news about that monkey that got disowned by by its family. Did you hear about this? It's a monkey in a zoo in Newquay that got thrown out. Well, the family...
Sat on.
Yeah, sat on by the mum because it refused to stop hiccuping. I don't know if refused is the right word.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop. Bit rich.
When you first read this story, Russell...
Yes.
Could you read the story fluently first time? Or did you keep having to take little breaks?
Well, it was a giggly little story. It had a cracking picture. Well, see... It's amazing little things that just instantly make you laugh, and it was just a big-eyed monkey, and instantly already I was giggling in the same way that you're on about that baby that you saw on YouTube.
Yeah.
That just described to everyone what that was.
It's a baby. I don't know how old it is. It must be about a year old or something, maybe less. But it laughs with a really old man's laugh, like that sort of wheezy, just constant. It's hilarious. If you've got YouTube, I think it's on the front page. I don't really know if someone else showed me it. I don't do computers.
Brilliant. That's simply not true. I've seen your hard drive. Now, am I normal? Yeah. This is from Claire Spencer. I play games inside my head on the way home to make the walk feel shorter. 2 of my favourites are the collapsing bridge and crocodile pit. The former is composed of having to get over the footbridge at my local train station before the train that I have just alighted from leaves. If I fail, then the bridge collapses and I fall to my doom. The latter is of a similar ilk: cross the Pelican Crossing before the green man disappears, or the floor will disappear and leave me in a pit of crocodiles. Claire Birmingham. Fantastic.
I do one a bit like that. If I'm walking down the street to our house and there's a car coming along the street, I have to get in our front door before it gets to me, the car, otherwise it's got snipers in it and they shoot me.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. We've got one here from Hannah, who says, on another note, when I was younger, I used to imagine myself getting run over on the way home from school and then playing out the aftermath in my head, complete with weeping relatives and a depressing funeral. Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I do that a lot.
Mark in Winchester says, every time I see a lone magpie, I have to salute it and say red cabbages 3 times.
Red cabbages?
Yeah.
You don't say that. When you see one magpie, you go, all right, Mr. Magpie, how's your family? 2, you go, that's good luck. 3, you don't have to worry about it. You heard it here first.
Emma says she won't give people candles for birthday or Christmas in case they burn their house down. Is this normal? I think that's a great one, because I worry a lot about other people are idiots, and Emma and I understand this. And if you gave someone candles and they burned their house down, you'd feel terrible. Like, I always...
You wouldn't, that's their fault.
No, yeah, but you gave them the candle. It's like buying you that wallet for Christmas, which thank God you haven't used. If you did lose your wallet and your card's in it, I would feel responsible because I bought you the wallet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might lose all my stuff.
Tea tree lights. Let's take a moment to flag this up. People who buy tea tree lights who think that the little metal cup that the tea tree light comes in is a candle holder. It's not. It's just to keep the set wax in, but it's not. It doesn't withstand heat enough for the candle. So if you're just putting it on a bath or a TV or a bedside cabinet, and what happens, people double wick it. They light the match and then they throw the match in with the candle. It double wicks, it gets twice as hot, and it burns through the metal and into your TV. You must put tea tree lights in a separate candle holder.
Yeah, I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
That's another Six Music tip from Jon Richardson, the first radio chef. Can I also say that fairy lights don't have real fairies in them? We've just had an email, right, from Angela Deckett. Listen to this. She was listening to Virgin Radio the other night, and she says, I know, it will most certainly not happen again. And they had a feature called Is This Normal? Guess what it's involved? No ideas. Well, I'll tell you. They asked listeners to call in with their strange and quirky issues and behavioural traits, and then, after they've had a few responses, they asked listeners to vote which one was the least normal. Son of a gun's nicked our thing.
Yeah, well, he's getting an email.
Well, that's what we're doing now. What we're doing at the minute, we've just hacked in to the logged on to the Virgin website, and we're sending them an email that says, is this normal to steal other people's radio features? But John won't put his name with it.
Well, it doesn't. It's the Russell Howard show, isn't it? So it needs to come from the Russell Howard show.
Yeah, but if
Jon Richardson, he's going to go, why has he put some weird I've never heard of on the
but lovable Wonder Boy. How about we get a picture of John shaking his fist at the man? That'd be great. What we should do, sod an email. Let's just send you like a guerrillagram round.
Let's call in his show all this week.
The Jeff show, apparently.
Is this normal? I stalk DJs and then run them over in the street, Jeff.
Let's send you down there. That'd be great.
I'll go down there. I've got a busy week on. I'm in Scotland all this week, though.
Okay, well, Thursday?
No, I'm literally away now till next Sunday.
Right.
I'm warn you now, for anyone who listens to next week's show, I am going to be in a grump.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in Edinburgh on Saturday night, and then I'm getting an overnight coach to be here for the show on Sunday morning. So expect me to smell bad and be really in quite a foul mood, and possibly have not had time to stop up and pick up jam mini rolls.
Fantastic place, though.
Oh, yeah, lovely place, Edinburgh. I'm looking forward to it. But
it's going to be absolutely fantastic. What would it take for you to do that, though? Listen, there's sighing in the studio at John's travel plans.
The commitment, yeah. I'm in it for radio, and then people nick my...
Exactly, stealing. Let's send you down, that'd be great. You'd take Jeff on, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd take anyone on,
He looks a bit like Justin Lee Collins, but, yeah.
Well, that means he looks a little bit like a Yeti. I might get a little bit scared if he's a big, hairy man.
But we know Justin, he's a good guy.
Oh, I'm having him. That's John Lennon, isn't it, on the website?
No, it's not Jen, that's Jeff.
That's John Lennon. Is that Jeff? Oh, I can't hit him. It'd be like hitting a pensioner. Bless him, he'd crumple. He looks like if you punched him...
Whoa, it's a fight!
He looks like if you punched him, it'd be like punching a moth and he'd just turn into dust.
Well, that's a come on if ever you heard one, Jeff. Sounds like...
Is his show called The Jeff Show as well? That is naff,
Are you doing it? Are you going to beat him up?
I'm Jeff. Welcome to The Jeff Show. Well, I'd be switching that off straight away.
Sounds like there's going to be a smackdown.
Yeah. Well, we've got some more normals in, but I'm loath to read them out in case that parasite's listening.
Exactly. Forget Am I Normals. I'm going to be your coach.
Virgin Radio, not judging from your jacket, Jeff. That looks like it's been around the block a few times.
Smackdown.
Yeah. I'd steal your ideas if you had any, Jeff.
Why
don't we play some rubbish music and talk over songs, Jeff?
Yeah, we do that a bit, though.
We do that a bit, but I don't have to.
No, you don't. You're right, yeah. Let's still keep it going. What's your wrestling name going to be?
Big Boy.
Well, we haven't thought that through. That was great. Here comes... What's your name? Big Boy. Right.
It adds a sexual element, I think, to what is already quite an intense...
I like the idea of you just arriving on a space hopper.
Let's be honest.
Into the ring. So you're so confident in your fighting ability. Yeah. Just boing. Hey, boing. Is this Jeff? Boing. It'll be like hitting him off. Boing.
All Jeff's got to do is try and open with a hug, and I'll knock 7 bells out of him.
Exactly. But to be honest, you'll probably throw a couple of moves, and he'll try and nick them. Boom. Right. The 3 wishes.
We've had people emailing in that what they would do if they got 3 wishes.
Yeah, keep them emailing him. It's 64046. Email russell.sixmusic@bbc.co.uk with if a genie greeted you, what would you wish for? And you better do it because John is angry.
Yeah. Someone's emailed... Well, I've had 2 quite interesting ones. The first one, Matt in Brighton, says, I'd wish for an infinite number of wishes, right? Which I think we all think of, but he's cheating. But then he has the confidence to work that out when I was 12.
Did he?
Yeah, as if, we all worked that out when we were 12. But I think in any law, the genie would then... That eliminates your wishes because the genie thinks you're being arrogant, wasting his time.
When I was 12, I was pretty much writing boobless on my calculator.
Yeah.
Carry on.
That was a long year for you.
Yeah, but I finally cracked it.
Also, another Matt, though, in Peterborough, goes against the other Matt, so we've got Matt on Matt action going on here. He says, I'd wish for the Genie...
It's a better way of putting that. Go on.
I'd wish for the Genie not to grant my wishes. What happens then?
That's foolish.
I mean, you've put yourself in a real interesting situation for research purposes, but you've really wasted your 3 wishes there.
Absolutely.
Emma has texted in. Actually, I guess that was a girl, because it says hello, but without an H, which is something probably only girls do.
Whoa, easy, big boy.
Hello.
That's lovely. Hello.
It's nice, isn't it? Oh, that sounds like the worm off Labyrinth. That's my favourite character in any film ever, with the possible exception of Anchorman and stuff like that. But the little worm who comes out of the wall on... Anyway, she says my first wish would be a monkey, because they're immense.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's put would be a monkey, so I don't know if she means to be a monkey or to have a monkey.
No, she wants a monkey. Don't want to be a monkey, then she'd be on a tyre touching herself.
Second would be to make me a comedy genius.
Right.
We all want that. Then, because I didn't need money, I would want good health forever. I should have read that one out first.
That's fine.
We've had an email under the subject, the Jeff Show business, from Joe.
Let's call it the scandal, the Jeff scandal.
Yeah, Jeff Gate.
Yeah,
with a Y in it.
Yes, John.
I actually sent an email to the Jeff Show the other night informing them that their feature was ripped off, brackets, in the nicest possible terms.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that. Jeff's heard all these words before. I heard he swears to his nan.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard he once kicked a dog.
Yeah, and the dog was just having a dump.
I hear, right? I hear he breaks into zoos and he gives animals marijuana.
Oh dear, that's sicko.
Yeah.
That's not normal, Jeff.
No,
Why don't you do a feature about it? Oh no, we already did.
I hear, yeah, let's get animals stoned. We did that. I hear he won't get a telly and he just sits outside Dixon's all day watching all the tellies.
Right, well, this Joe goes on to say they didn't seem to acknowledge her email. She can only assume that they're scared and unwilling to broach the issue on air. Having said this, don't be too hard on Jeff Lloyd. He's not got a surname. Anyone who calls their show The Jeff Show has negated their surname. And his wife now, if he's married, I suspect he isn't. He's like a loner. She doesn't have a surname either. Lloyd's forever. No one called Lloyd can ever be called Lloyd now because of Jeff. He's a pleasant bloke, right? Well,
he's probably, the annoying thing is, he's probably a genuinely lovely bloke. And you've scheduled a fight with him under the guise of Big Boy.
I'm going to substitute the word bloke there for thief. He's a pleasant thief. Hails from Macclesfield.
Oh, he sounds like a ne'er-do-well.
So what? Macclesfield put Leeds out of the cup a few years ago, so they can go away. And he's possibly one of the world's biggest Beatles fans.
That's great. He sounds like a lovely boy. He is a thief.
I bet he only likes their covers.
Boom.
Swine. I've got some affection and kinship with him, but he does want telling. I'm on your side, John, if there has to be some kind of showdown.
Excellent. That's
so
fantastic.
We've got a crowd.
Hey, what we need is a few, like, cheerleaders and that for the scrap.
Yeah?
So we need to get a few people down. I'm going to wear, like, a gold velour suit.
You can MC it.
No, I'm going to be your manager. I'm going to get my hair sprayed white.
Like Paul Bearer.
Yeah, and I'm going to get a fake tan. I'm going to strut around. That's my boy, Big Boy.
Well, you've had a response from Virgin. They say, "Hi, Russell." I'm going to read it like a knob. I suspect that's how they're... "Hi, Russell!" Exclamation mark.
Hi.
Thanks for your email here to us at Virgin Radio.
No problems, I just typed it.
We really appreciate you getting in touch. We read every single email we get. That's right, both of them. Though we can't promise a personal reply. Oh, Jeff's busy, is he? Going out stealing from shops. We can't help but notice that you're not logged in as a His train service socks, he can get stuffed as well.
Well, I'm fighting him. You leave him to me. Hold my gold suit.
You're not logged in as a Virgin Radio VIP. If you send us mail regularly, you'll find becoming a VIP makes life much easier. Blah, blah, blah. I'll send you mail regularly, but you won't want to open it.
Exactly. Jeff Gate. It'll just be a picture of John turding on one of your animals. Yeah.
Phil Hutchins emails in and says the Jeff Show... You can't even read it without laughing. The Jeff Show is the single best radio show ever made. I recommend you shut up.
Yeah, exactly. We've started a fight now, but Big Boy's going to have to nail it.
Phil Hutchins. So, Phil Hutchins.
John, how many fights are you going to start today?
Well, I'm going to need them one at a time. I'll have a fight with Jeff.
Yeah.
Right? Then I'll have a Barocca and a cup of tea, and then I'll take on both of his listeners.
Oh, Phil and Hutchins.
Right, and Keith emails in and says, "Morning, Russell. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything good?"
No. Yeah, of course you did. It's been nice. News stories. We're talking about Devon and the scavenging and the beachcombing that went on. What do you make of that?
I thought it was sickening.
Sickening. John, I thought...
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
Amazing stuff. It's just, I found it incredible. The thing that was intriguing about it was that one person, like, they were lighting fires around, and also someone bought a drum. Did you see that on the news? How scary is that?
A drum?
Yeah, they bought
like Lord of the Flies?
Yeah, they bought a drum down. It's like, right, let's go nick some stuff. Boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch.
I didn't mind the nicking when it was from, like, BMW, but it was people's stuff that they were moving abroad.
Yeah.
And they stole all their stuff.
People down there are gullible, though, because me and my little brother, we used to live down there. It's not very far away, like sort of on the coast, and we used to do this thing where we'd put a bottle, you know, like a bottle appears in the sea, and you put a little note in, and we used to put a little note that would say, "Well done, you've released a ghost." And, you know, would make us laugh. We thought we were the funniest people in the world back then when we were ringing up Mr. A Gay in the phone on a regular basis. Are you A Gay? Yes. We're like Oscar Wilde, failing to see the irony. But I just don't like the idea of going down there. Just be like, there was a bloke there clutching nappies, and this newspaper went, "Do you think it's right to steal people's goods?" And this bloke, he's an adult, went, "Finders keepers, losers weepers." And you're like, oh, Jesus, that can't
Neil
be...
Buchanan, was it?
You can't be... You know, you just the idea of it in home, and someone go, "Oh, Dad, have you farted?" He who smelt it dealt it. You just can't say a catchphrase to everything.
It's people like that, though, that have lots of kids.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But we don't need to delve into that. But there's a story in it about today, because they're about to start getting the rest of them off the ship.
Yeah.
And the Coast Guard, Mark Clark, says, it's like a game of Jenga. You must remove them carefully without everything falling. Let's be honest, 10,000 birds died. That's a pretty tragic game of Jenga, that. I'd say it's not a lot like it. If you're playing Jenga at home and it collapses and 10,000 birds die, probably stop playing Jenga.
Are you sure about that? Because I heard that 6 guillemots had been injured, not 10,000 birds.
I read it in today's Daily Mirror, Russell.
And
if you're going to call the Daily Mirror a lie, then you're going to have greater problems than Jeff on your hands.
No, but when I read it the other day, they said 6 guillemots had been injured, which instantly made me go, "Oh, the band! What were they doing swimming there?" But no, it turned out to be the birds. See, the way I thought of it, they lost a load of perfume, scratchy nuts, that's nice.
It's my lower belly.
They dropped a load of perfume somewhere, and I had quite a silly idea that maybe there was one dolphin getting loads now, strutting around, you know. Possibly, yeah, exactly, just exactly a bit of brute. Everyone's like, "Well, you smell great." He's getting all the action. I mainly did that so that I could get John to do his impression of a dolphin. It's fantastic. So, John, did you think it was...
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
Yes.
We've been talking about this, haven't we? Where does this phrase come from? We were trying to figure out, because you know when you read the Daily Mail or the Express, who exactly are the PC Brigade loony left-wing Muslims? We need to...
They're out there?
Yeah, that you hear so much. The PC Brigade, who are they?
There must be an actual PC Brigade for everyone to keep referring
Just
to.
them wandering around in a van getting angry about normal things.
I think you have to join up by having... Once you have your first letter of complaint about anything published in the Daily Mail, then you're allowed to join the PC Brigade.
Exactly. Well, we actually found the PC Brigade this week, and this is our first interview. We've got a few. This is a couple we met. This is Lizzie Winthwaite and her friend Renee. We met them in Harrogate.
Do you know, Renee?
Go on.
I went down to the baker's the other day.
Square nuts, was it?
The very same. Went in. I said, "I'd very much like a strawberry flan."
Lovely.
Polish girl looks at me and handed me a raspberry flan. I spat in her face, but I suppose that is politically incorrect. Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
What are you reading there, John?
I was just working out whether it's one we should read or not.
Go on.
Talk about ripping off. You ripped off Mock the Week with Finders Keepers and He Who Smelt It, Karen and Glyn in South Sea.
Yeah, I'm allowed to rip off my own work, aren't I?
Also, you did that on Mock the Week.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't watch it, I'm not a fan.
I've been accused of ripping myself off. Well, I do from time to time, but that's, you know, surely I'm allowed to say...
I've had an email that starts with, "What ho, lads?"
What does it say?
Oh, it's an Am I Normal, so we'll save it for next week.
Oh, I love yourself. Yeah. Well, talking of things that occurred on Mock the Week, what do you make of gay adoption, John?
I'm all for it.
Yeah, same here. I think it's fantastic. It's really weird, isn't it? 2007, and yet people who still believe in Magic Man with a beard have a say in the way laws are made.
I thought religion would have been the last in the series for religion this week, because that girl who was terminally ill moved to Lourdes instead of having treatment for it, and then died. And I thought everyone would have gone, "Oh well, it's probably not real then."
Yeah.
But no one did.
It's pretty weird though. But also, what's intriguing as well is the idea that they're going, "Well, two men having sex is just not natural," and also a man walking on water. But they're very much into that. And the thing that's really intriguing about, we better wrap this up before the news. It's quite a big topic we've just opened suddenly with a minute.
I reckon we can close this in the next minute.
We'll crack it in a minute. But they've started doing creationism in school. Did you know that? Under the moniker of intelligent design, they're teaching it to kids in RE.
Yeah.
See, I've got umbrage with that. If I'm intelligently designed, then why, when I see a sign that says wet paint do not touch, do I feel compelled to touch it? Why, when I laugh really hard, I sometimes wet myself? How's that intelligent in any way?
Well, I couldn't agree with you more,
Exactly.
Russell, and you look at me with those big eyes and I think... Yeah.
Also, we can put this in the wider world. When jellyfish have sex, they die 2 weeks later. That's not intelligent, that's naive.
Oh, I've had another one.
What?
Russell, you use the same jokes as you do on Mock the Week. For Christ's sake, try a bit harder, will you?
Flipping hell. I'm doing a tour, which is going very well, thank you. I'm also doing Mock the Week.
Someone
and
emailed in, by the way, to say they saw you last night and they thought it was all right.
Really?
No, they said it was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And that person's dad got 2 barrels of wine off the beach. So
Did he?
You can make up your mind.
It was all the booze that went, didn't it? It really brought out the I was going to say no different, the alkies. You'd have been, hey, come on. That's it. Stop reading the emails.
Someone's put a rude word in it.
If some booze washed up on the beach, would you have that?
What booze is it?
I don't know.
Is it sealed? I don't mean have seals been at it.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, is
exactly.
it like closed?
Yeah, it's
Of course
closed.
I'm having it.
Sweet.
I'm probably drunk if I'm down on the beach anyway.
That's a fair point. Hey, I tell you what, it's about time we met another person from the... all week we've been trying to find the PC Brigade. This is Brigadier General John Charles Saunders of Hazelmere.
Sunday afternoon, Sunday lunch, in the pig in the sky.
Amen.
There I am with the wife. Young man walks in. Sandals and shorts.
Oh, God.
It's raining outside. Already I'm suspicious. He orders a J2O.
Oh, my lord.
Now, you know me, Colin. I'm no chemical weapons expert.
No.
But that sounds like one to me. I'm thinking 2 parts jihad, 1 part oxygen. I had a good mind to walk out, but Marjorie and I had already ordered our faggots and gravy. And that's another thing.
We're getting a lot of feedback on the fight. The
Right.
big fight.
Yeah.
The Jeff showdown, as
Yep.
it's becoming known.
Yep.
Darren
You know, the
emails in.
awkward thing is, we're going to meet him, and he's going to be a lovely
Well,
bloke.
that's a few people are texting that in, which is an issue. But I've got
What we're doing here is
no qualms with hitting a nice guy.
It's a couple of young bucks shooting their mouth off, and what's going to happen? We're going to meet him somewhere down the line, and he'll be like,
Let's not forget, this man is a thief.
he is a thief, John.
He's trying to steal your career because his is coming to an end. Yeah, maybe it's a nice show, but he's run out of ideas.
Well,
and he's
funny-
trying to steal yours.
This is it's just unbelievable,
He's
isn't
just
it?
letting that happen.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, let's just...
Thank
eyes
God-
on the prize, guys. This man is the enemy.
Eyes on the prize. Listen to him.
Hitler was a vegetarian.
Sweet. And so
There
are
were
you.
people saying, yeah, he did some bad stuff, but he never ate a bacon sandwich. This
People do
Jeff
say
guy,
that. In fairness, people do
he's
say
Hitler.
that. This Jeff. Now you've said Jeff's Hitler, I can probably say that he probably isn't. He's probably quite.
The views expressed by this show, blah, blah,
No,
blah.
not that, you angry young lunatic. But he's probably all right. I mean, he's
He's a thief!
He is.
There are no good thieves.
Nobody's saying he's not.
But
He
you
probably stole his good humour from other people. Every joke he's ever made in conversation, and all his friends were probably stolen from other people as well.
Thank God you don't run a sweet shop. Just little kids.
Right, empty your pockets.
Oh, sorry about that. I nicked it.
I chopped my arm off. Yes, I did. Come back tomorrow and I'll chop the other one off, you little thief. Now get out of my shop.
I think you should turn up to Virgin one night when Jeff is on air and fight it out live on air.
All right.
I'll go down for that. The
Yep.
Jeff show is one of the best shows on the wireless, as is yours. Come on, guys, get along for me, please.
That's what
Joey.
I'm saying. I'm trying to bridge the gap.
Oh, this is a thief!
He is a thief.
I'll get along with Stuart McConey, I'll get along with Ken Bruce, I'll get along with anyone who nicked our ideas. Someone emailing in about the little blue-haired worm character from Labyrinth, saying that she's willing to dress up as the little blue-haired worm and come and cheerlead at the fight as the little blue-haired worm.
Bang, she's in.
Just heard you slagging Virgin Radio off. Keep it up. I have to listen to that expletive deleted every day at work.
Hey, John, let's talk about the top 3 wishes.
All right, then.
Because he's really got onto this.
Someone's emailed in to say my first wish would be for the Jeff show to... No one's done that.
Go on.
We're having quite a lot of these. What would you do if you had 3 wishes?
Yeah.
Katie, my first wish would be to have a permanent, lifelong chocolate fountain.
Oh, my Lord.
I started reading that, got to the word chocolate and made it rude.
Hey, come on, let's be honest. We've had an incident with a chocolate fountain, haven't we, love?
We have, yeah.
You made one at our special party, didn't you?
I did, mate.
And it went badly. And you
It went well.
Went badly.
You made it go badly by tipping Rice Krispies into melted chocolate and thinking that fountain would be able to cope with
I
it.
will do that, but I wasn't the fat one found drunk, lying near the fridge going, why did they hate me?
Yeah, well, you don't drink.
That's where chocolate fountains can go.
She also wants lemonade to come out of her taps instead of water.
Oh,
so she
yeah,
can
I'll
have
take that.
Ribena-aid whenever she wants.
I'll take some of that.
And with both these have bad sides, I'd have my third wish to be to take away anything negative like illness and making Tess with lemonade.
Hey?
Which doesn't make any sense.
Well, she's ruined that.
We'll forward that last bit onto the Jeff show. I'm sure he'll read it. Arvid's texted in to say that according to books and films, the first two wishes will always turn against you, leaving with you the third wish to undo everything. So that's quite a sombre note.
Oh, no way. If I've got a monkey and cash in the bank, that isn't going to...
Yeah, the monkey's going to steal your cash and move to Acapulco is what he's saying. So you're going to have to cancel it all out.
That sounds like a great film, though, doesn't it? One monkey stole his money. He wants it back. Now. And it's just me, kind of... He looked a bit like he had sort of quite big eyes, and he sort of likes throwing his muck around on a tyre. Yeah. That doesn't narrow it down. Will I ever find him? Dan, dan, dan. We should make that as a film. Do you want to dress up as a monkey? We'll do a film of that.
No.
Okay. So you're willing to fight a man, but you're not willing to star in a major...
This is not a man.
Carry on. Carry on, stop it, you angry beast.
God, I'm enjoying
It'll
this.
get papped.
Angela Lansbury last week, Jeff this week.
How funny will it be if you get papped next to Jeff? Like that, and this is a big PR spin that you're doing, trying to get...
Well, I'm actually doing his show next week.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to email him. Said, listen, I am willing to leave the Russell Howard show because we're not getting on, but there's a feature I really like. Could you do a spin-off?
Exactly. Just change it. Is it normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. We're going to write a book about it, but, you know, I've
next
got the deal.
week, I'll be with Jeff doing features, Travelling in Time and Let's Play Deity.
Lovely.
If I had a genie, I'd ask for £1 billion, Pompey to win the World Cup.
Naive, can't do that.
And Man United to play in the Northern Conference forever.
Right.
And then a nicer one. I would wish for all my friends to be happy and successful in their lives, an end to animal cruelty. You're thinking, this is a lovely guy. And £1 million. Selfish.
Oh.
My first wish would be to be the Queen of England. My second wish would be to send all chavs and generally hostile people to Australia. And my third wish would be eternal happiness for me and everyone I like.
Well, that, John.
Well, there I was in my garden, tending my lilies, and this thing walked past. It said hello to me. I knew what it meant. Filthy mudblood.
What happened there? I pressed the wrong button.
We did these pre-records, didn't we, Russell?
We did.
How many of them have gone correctly? How many times have you pressed the button in the right way?
All three of them have gone badly, John.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've mucked them up. But what I was hoping there was I was going to click the one that said, it's political correctness gone mad.
Yeah.
It's too late now. I don't know, I've ruined it. So, what we were going to talk about, we never got round to it, was the weather we've been having, eh? Yeah.
The weather.
Because I did a gig in Canterbury yesterday and I was talking to them and they've had loads of snow down there. And it was really great because I sort of asked these people, I said, has it been snowing? And it's just so lovely to see adults going, woo! I think that's when you know you've become an adult, when you see snow and your first thought isn't, oh, I'm going sledging. Do you know what I mean?
I had that the first time. You think, well, that means it's going to take me longer to get the car started. I'll get to work and then I'll slip and break my arm.
Yeah, so depressing. When was the last time you went tobogganing?
Oh, I've only been once in my entire life.
You're joking.
No, Russell.
Really?
I cut my finger very badly on a fence.
Oh, my God. So, when you were about 8, you cut yourself, went, not for me, that. No, thank you very much. I'll be in with you, Mum, cooking a stew. Oh, my.
Oh, stew.
That's wrong. Sledging.
The best thing about the cold weather is stew.
Oh, yeah, fire and films and stew, but not as good as sledging. Have you've only been sledging?
I don't like the lack of control.
Flipping out. It's brilliant, but that's the beauty of it. It's like going down a water flume.
But you know there are brakes on a water flume, really.
Well, you don't really. But the great thing about sledging is you can't help but get really excited about it. And and also, like, you could put any tyrant or angry dictator in the world, even put Jeff on it, he'd be in a good mood. Do you know what I mean?
Jeff.
Give it about 30 seconds, he'd be singing the theme tune to Indiana Jones. I can't believe I'm taking you sledging. There's like a special place in Milton Keynes, like
there are many special places in Milton Keynes.
That's correct.
It's a magical land.
It certainly is.
I'm in Milton Keynes next Sunday.
Oh, well, let's do it next Sunday, you and me. I can't, I've got a party to go to. But we'll do it beforehand. But
sickening look in your eyes.
There's like a snow dome or something like that where you can go tobogganing. I'd love to take you
Go to what?
A snow dome.
Oh, it was a joke. Backfired.
That's all right, mate. I've seen some fantastic things. It's not tense in any way. Pros of the bad weather. I saw a lady with an umbrella. We both saw that. It flung in the air.
What we actually saw was a kid with an umbrella, and the wind took it so strongly that it lifted the kid off his feet and he fell over.
Which John had to pull the car over for. He had a good time. Oh, let me just enjoy that. Oh, he nearly died. Brilliant. If he ever came in my sweet shop, I'd cut his hands off. I saw the other day, I saw an elderly man chasing his wig across the street, which is one of the funniest.
I saw a man chasing a hat in Brighton.
Literally chasing his dignity across the road. It was absolutely fantastic.
What was he saying?
Come back here! He wasn't. I couldn't make out. He was screaming at his wig.
I was watching the man chase a top hat, and you imagine that's going to be like a 50s moment with a man chasing a top hat, doing like a Benny Hill run.
Yeah.
But he was drunk. He'd been out in Brighton in fancy dress, so he was just running down the street saying, "Come back here, you effing little bee," to his hat, which took all the joy out of the moment.
But it's quite funny, though. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe there was just two imps that had climbed inside his hat and they were scurrying away.
Possibly, that's probably what happened. I believe they're big in Brighton.
Oh, look at you stamping. When you sort of stay with your kid for the first 5 years, when he tells the little stories, you're just going to slam him every time.
Not if he's a kid, but when he's 27.
I'm 26, mate.
And he still thinks imps. When are you 27? Next month?
March.
Yeah, so pretty much. The wrinkles in your eyes suggest you're already there.
Lovely. Do you know the thing I miss about the bad weather? Power cuts. I used to love that as a kid, because that's pretty much when the darkness comes down, the noise you hear, the screaming noises in your house, and you just think to yourself, well, I'm off to tease my sister. You know, me and my brother used to have a lot of fun there, just climbing underneath her bed. What did you do during power cuts? That kind of stuff?
I'm rubbish in power. It's only during a power cut you realise how dependent you are on the power. Because like when the power goes off and the TV goes off, my first thought is always, never mind, I'll watch a video. And then you realise you can't even watch a video. So I think, oh God, I'm going to have to listen to a CD or something. And then you can't put your stereo on either. And then you realise that everything in your life, especially these days, everything, like people, I've got an electric toothbrush, iPod, TomTom, all that, I'm doing pretty well. It's all very well and it's designed to save you time, but I now have to put aside a day every week just to charge everything up. So I'm actually losing time. I can't even brush my teeth without power. If there's a power cut now, all our teeth will drop out because we can't charge our toothbrush eye.
Hang on a minute there. Let's back up. So imps aren't real, and yet teeth are going to fall out if toothbrushes break. I'm
making a deep-rooted sociological point.
Deep-rooted, nice.
Dependency on electricity, because in the past, brushing your teeth was a fairly rudimentary task.
Yeah.
But nowadays, with electric toothbrushes, if there's a power cut, you can't brush your teeth.
That's a fair point.
You know, no one ever thought of that. When they invented the electric toothbrush, no one ever thought, what if there is like a power shortage and people have forgotten how to brush their teeth manually?
Most people aren't like you.
Well, exactly.
They don't think things through like that.
Run around hugging each other in the street.
They don't. Who are these people you speak of?
You told me that people were going to run up and hug me in the street.
People aren't going to run up and hug you. What's going to happen?
They're not.
Occasionally.
They'll see what I did to Jeff.
He's going to go outside with a knife. This is the way, he came in full of the joys of spring, and he's going to end the show by strutting around. Hey, you, thinking about hugging me? No, I wasn't even looking at you. Guess again. Calm down.
Krishna.
Harry, it's not. It's going to be lovely. Everything's going to be fine, all right?
Shall we meet our last...
Hey, yeah, we've got him coming up in a minute.
Let's take our time with this.
What,
this link.
Meeting Mr. Alan Pitcher?
No, let's do that for an hour, but with this last person.
Oh, yeah.
Let's really not miss this one.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, all week, do you want to fill them in, John? We've been chatting about the PC Brigade, haven't we?
We have been chatting about the PC Brigade.
Whenever you open, like, the Daily Mail or the Express or something like that, it's depressing, isn't it? Because it's just this sort of angry hyperbole about, how everyone's here and blah-de-blah and watch out and crime and yeah. And it always refers back to the PC Brigade. So this week, me and John have been out and about meeting them. And we've got the last one here, which, it's back with Lizzie and Reenie. So let's see what they've got to say.
Oh, Reenie.
Have a sit down, love.
Thank you very much. You're probably wondering why I'm all of a fluster. Yesterday, during Midsummer Murders, the phone rang. Well, you think you're safe in your own home, but there's this chap, this thing, this monster, this beast asking me, am I a homeowner?
Well, I never.
I grew up in the 40s. I mean, once with Patricia, but we were...
It didn't exist back then.
It didn't exist.
Not being a poof.
No.
Let's welcome him to the studio.
Oh, that was very Steve Wright, that.
It's Alan Pitcher. How you doing? How you are?
Great, I'm good. It's Al Pitcher, by the way.
Alan Pitcher.
My mum and dad call me Alan. And my middle name's Jeff as well, so I've been hearing all this. So I'm not happy.
warm up?
Al Jeffrey Pitcher. That's it.
Alan Jeffrey Pitcher, as I live and
Al
breathe.
Jeffrey Pitcher. Yeah.
If you did a radio show, what would you call it?
Super Jeff. Just to kind of
Back in it.
over Jeff.
Exactly, and whenever he went to a link, he went back in a Jeffy.
Oh, who likes a pun?
Not me, I ate him.
You just did one.
Yeah, I know, I'm not proud of myself. That's why I smacked myself in the nuts.
You were clapping yourself. It felt good though, didn't it?
Felt
like a clinical end to a joke.
That's it. Bring science into mirth.
I've often seen Russell do that, do a joke and then slap himself straight after.
Yeah.
It's just a full stop.
Absolutely, it's my style. I'm the Robin Hood of gag. I should explain who Al is. He's a fantastic comedian who is... are you touring at the minute?
Yeah,
gigs?
touring, just keeping my London dates going. You know. Career's going great. Yeah, and I'm just all over the shop, like we all are, you know.
Absolutely. But you should check out his MySpace site, which is...
Al Pitcher, isn't it?
www.myspace.
Yeah.
Al Pitcher is fantastic. You'd love it. It's all kind of improvised and fun and blah. And we've been chums for many years, haven't we?
We have chums. Yeah, we've fallen out
On
a few
and off,
times
yeah.
just on behaviour.
It's always on and off with Russell.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, never kind of ongoing kind of thing. You know, it's you love him and then you really hate him.
Yeah,
You know,
listen,
there's no
sex
middle
music.
ground.
Well, you love him and then you think he loves you, but then you find out he doesn't because
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a glitter stick in front of him.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, come on. Be listening to Six Music. We're having the time of our life. Let's not. We brought in Al to have a bit of a ramble about the news, not to go, any a dickhead. Oh, I couldn't agree more. I'm a nice guy. Come on, we've had good times.
We've had
great
actually,
times.
we've had great times. Yeah.
One of the best times that I had with you was your wedding. What a night.
Yes,
And,
if I recall the wedding, I was coming out of the church with my new wife,
Hot.
and hot, yeah, and you were very, very lucky to be able to say that, and then you know the beautiful confetti moment.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of a handful by Russell straight in my face.
Incredible.
You know, and that's the most wonderful moment of my life. And there's just a photo of me like pointing to Russell, you know, telling him not to throw that again.
It's great because he's got the angriest face. It's like, and you could see his beautiful wife's there glistening, and Al looked really handsome and stunning, and everyone's in the background looking really smiley. And then there's one photo of you just literally staring his face grimaced up with what can only be described as an expletive about to leap out of his mouth. And your family were incredible.
Well, yeah, I've you know, and I think it's an open thing. I've had alcoholic problems, and
Honestly, his family are incredible. His Uncle Bob gave me an egg. Just wandered up to me.
just have an egg.
Yeah, exactly. It was like at 12 in the morning, and he just like this lunatic ramble and have an egg, lad. Just pass me an egg, and you can't refuse it. So I went, thanks very much.
Raw egg?
Just a raw egg on its own. Just gave me an egg. It was brilliant.
Yeah, and I remember turning up in the wedding car. And one of my aunties just shouted out, "Why didn't you drive? 'Cause you can't, you daft bugger," or something like that. And yeah, just wonderful alcoholics. They're a wonderful family.
They were brilliant. So, the reason we brought you in now is to chat about the news and stuff. What's caught your eye this week, mate?
Two bits. I don't know if you heard about this little kid, Luke Wilson from Doncaster, who got photocopied.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got his face photocopied. They were kind of going in about light and dark. And they did everyone's hand, and then the teacher's gone, "Luke, here," and yeah, just rammed his face onto the photocopier, and like all the tabloids have got a photo of Luke just getting photocopied, and yeah, on his T-shirt it says actually naughty club, so he might be a bad kid, I don't know, but he apparently got home and his mum and dad said, why, you know, he had headaches and that, so they took him to the opticians. I don't think you'd take a kid. I thought you'd take a kid to the doctors.
Absolutely.
They took a kid. He took him to the opticians, and then he found out, and he says, "So what's happened?" And the kid went, "The teacher photocopied my head," which is that's a once in a lifetime kind of answer.
Absolutely.
And he's yeah, but it's a ridiculous crime really, because there's always going to be evidence, isn't there?
That's a fair point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
You know,
where's the proof? Here.
yeah.
Well, they put it up on the wall, didn't they? They put a poster of his face being pressed against a photocopier up on the classroom wall.
Pressed. See, I take real umbrage with pressed. The kid clearly did it. He was really enjoying himself.
Oh, he was asked if he wanted to do it. But
Yeah.
that's,
pressed
I
is-
think
so he was smudging his face. Probably you can
Yeah.
see him laughing a little
He's
bit.
giggling a bit.
Yeah, exactly. He's having the time of his life.
Yeah, but you do put some responsibility. You know, kids will enjoy playing with plug sockets at one age, but you can't encourage them to do it.
No, you don't encourage them by putting little.
By pressing their, you can see the big thing that kicked off is the picture. You have to see it, but it's the kid. He's kind of laughing and looks a bit like a Blair Witch ghost. But there's the teacher's hand against the side of his head.
No, you can't see that.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
teacher's
hand,
hand's
yeah.
just touching. Yeah.
Oh, flipping out! I thought that was his hand.
No.
Oh,
But
well,
he-
that's
but then
entirely different. I completely apologise.
He looks a bit of a young crim. He's got Asbo written all over him. You know? But
That's because you've written that though on the picture.
on his forehead.
Exactly. He has now.
He's a nice. He looks a nice little kid. I don't know if you know. It's like doing fingerprinting, isn't it? You're always going to get kind of busted for it. I don't know.
Busted for fingerprinting.
Yeah. Well, you know, you'll do crime if you do the time. You know. But I felt a bit sorry for little Luke Wilson, and his dad's a store detective. So he was onto it straight away.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
bet.
He's pulled him out of the school. He's into another school. That's what store detectives do.
Have they
don't
done
mess
that?
Around.
It'd be great if at the next school they do a brass rub of his face. Every place he goes to, all they do is just continually just kind of, there you go, let's do a bit of tracing paper, let's put iron filings on his face, leave me alone.
Right, we're going to do paper mache now, Luke.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Luke, give us your head. If you're listening, Luke, sorry about that, mate. You speak Spanish.
Well, it's called-
Although, right, this is really weird. He speaks Spanish, and the other day there were some Spanish people struggling with the ticket machine.
They weren't struggling.
They were there going, because they didn't understand. Yeah, but they didn't understand how to use it, and I went, hey, and they were quite hot ladies.
They were men.
No, they weren't.
It was two men.
It wasn't two men. It was ladies.
They
Why?
were Spanish. That doesn't. They're not all women.
They were ladies, right? He's acting up. They were two hot young women.
Chicos.
Yeah, if you like. And they didn't know how to work it. And I said, oh, go on, use your Spanish. And he looked at me and went, not in this country now. Right? And I went, what are you getting at? I only speak Spanish when I'm in Spain.
I'll speak Spanish. Like, if one of them got knocked over and I said, where does it hurt? Then I wouldn't say it in English. And if they said, I'd go, no, in English. If I am in Spain...
Yeah, exactly. They're going, my leg, pardon me, where are we? We're in Croydon, so...
If I'm in Spain and I'm trying to work something out using my language skills, I don't want someone... It's really irritating when you're abroad and you speak a bit of a language. When you go in a shop, people want you to know that they speak English.
Yeah.
So you go... I get this more in France because I don't speak French very well. If you go in and you're asking for something in French, they'll go, it's okay, I speak English.
Oh,
And
my
you go,
Lord.
"No, I want
dear me.
What was that?
I don't know what's happened.
Exactly.
The iguana's gone nuts.
We're having a lovely moment there, and you've turned that bloke out of a lower low. Good morning.
It's irritating.
Don't you
'cause
want to bring countries together, though? Don't you?
Yeah, correct.
Wouldn't you want people to go, hey, there's Jon Richardson, the man that brought
Exactly. So if
relations
they come over here and come into a shop and go,
he brought
can I
Peru
have...
and Czechoslovakia together. He's
Yeah.
a great guy. And
by
his
just
hair-
helping those Spanish blokes at that ticket machine.
Yeah, they were struggling. I thought they were women. I think they probably were. Yeah, he strutted over. He got them both a travel card. He paid for it out of his own money. He's a good guy.
Get stuffed 5.10 twice over 10.20.
Keep them popper for.
Yeah, do that in euros. No, I think when you're abroad, if you can speak the language, you should learn to cope. I don't want people mingling with me when I'm abroad. If you pardon the expression.
Did you hear that? He doesn't want people mingling.
If they were desperate, if they turned
They were
around
desperate.
and gone,
The man was striking at it.
Oh, you've made all this
He
up.
screamed at me. Why? I said, I can't help. All I know in Spanish is Esta durmiendo con la mona.
When we were in Spain and you lost your phone and
Yeah.
I phoned it,
Oh, I've never
then
been...
you can talk Spanish because it's appropriate.
That was the most incredible
So
thing.
in emergencies.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the most incredible thing. I'd lost my phone. Where is it? Where is it? He grabs hold of his phone whilst I'm in a panic and starts speaking eloquent, wonderful, flowing Spanish. And like, and all I'm hearing is remedies, all this, and it just sounds wonderful. And then he looked at me, put his phone down, and I went, your phone's in your car. It was the sexiest thing, honestly. When she said she's going to hold it for 10 minutes, but if you're not there in 10, she's going to destroy it like that, and strutted off.
I need time
It was
alone.
properly great, and I hugged him there and then and went, well done,
You
wonderful.
didn't go, hey, amigo, it's in the car. And
No, it was honestly, he literally, without even telling me he was going to do it, and like he winked at me, and I knew then that he'd only deal with me in an emergency.
You see, I love Jon. I think Jon, you're the classic example of friends. I think you should be given a certain amount of friends in your life, right? You
Like
should be
Jon.
dealt. I've tried to make a pact this year not to lose friends because I lose like 3 a year basically, which is more than Vietnam if you look at the years I've been going, right? But you've got an allocation. You're just happy with who you know. You don't want to meet like Spanish people at train stations. I love that, Jon.
You can't force it. I'm a strong believer in fate. And, you know...
Here we go again. Do you want to tell the viewers, listeners even, about your theory?
What's that?
About fate?
You've clearly remembered it.
You were on about that the other day. Fate comes to you. Oh no, that was a film I was watching. Oh my god, I've literally.
Nice to know you were thinking of me.
I've confused you with the hit film Little Miss Sunshine, which is an absolute cracker.
The ending.
Oh yeah, it's great, isn't it?
If ever I were to make a film, it probably wouldn't be called something like Little Miss Sunshine.
No.
Have you seen it, John?
Little Mr. Rain Cloud.
If you were to make a film, it would be called Get Off My Lawn.
Yeah,
just with
I'm an iguana.
You holding a gun with soup in the background. And a lady, anyways.
2 Spanish people with train tickets confused right at the back. Let's
have a bit of music, and then I'll tell you what, a bit of music, then we'll get into a bit of time travel. Where would you go if you could travel anywhere? If we had a time machine, where would you travel and why? Text us on 64046, email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. We had one last week about somebody who said, I've just eaten too much mashed potato and now feel quite unwell. I would travel back 6 spoonfuls and then not eat them. But I don't travel very well and often get sick from even short journeys even. I'd expect time travel to be no different in this regard, so it might not be the best idea, as I might puke into all over the space-time continuum. John's going to have a fight and has given himself the wrestler name Big Boy. He panicked slightly and just
not as much as Jeff's going to panic when he sees Big Boy.
When he sees Big Boy, we've already arranged how he's going to arrive. He's going to come on those space hoppers.
Rhinoceros.
Oh, yeah? No, you're not coming on a rhino. We've already spoken about that. It's bloody difficult. Hey, I tell you what, let's get you to ride on that iguana.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And you could hold both tools as you come in.
just rip his wang off and then smack Jeff in the face with it. Right.
Steal that.
Like that. Anyways, John. So easy, Big Boy. We've had another text about the belters from Emma Wilkinson. I actually like John's belter this week. The background sounds like "Hey There, Delilah" by the Plain White Tees. I really liked it. Please play something similar next week. We will do. I also
already been sorted. It's in the show for next week.
Listen to this. How cool is this? Oh, and by the way, I'm emailing late this week because I've been at a sleepover.
Ooh.
But I made my friend put your station on. Sleepovers. I haven't had a sleepover for years.
No, you're 26, Russell.
That'll should probably have a sleepover.
Oh, a sleepover would be great.
Yeah. Midnight feast.
We had a party at our house and people stayed over and you were in a grump because they were in your house.
Yeah, but they were
I just want to go to bed in my own bed and wake up. If I wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I want to watch dog fighting, I should
If I want, when have I ever expressed a desire to watch dog fighting?
That's why you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it, Russell.
Is that what you think?
I mean, I don't mind you knowing I watch the fattest cat in the world, but dog fighting's my thing.
I likes dog fighting. That's what's going to be written on my gravestone. I likes dog fighting. It's not really. It's going to be, please don't dig me up and bum me. Alan, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go and why? Lovely. John, just burping. I don't know if you heard that. Like some hit.
I think I'd probably travel in time to about 4 seconds ago and take that burp away from Big Boy. I thought that was disgusting. Exactly. So there's my first wish, kind of gone, time travel. I don't know if this is pervy, right?
Oh, Alan,
I don't know. I'm not blue. I'm not blue, right? I'm not blue. I've never done blue.
How great would that be a minute? Right, if we're in the time machine and I'm there, where do you want to go? I don't know if this is pervy, but...
Right.
Go on.
I'd love to see my mum and dad's face, right?
Yep.
I don't need to see anything else when they created me.
Oh, right? Alan,
I want to see if they're happier about me or my sister. That's all. I just want to see my dad's face. Like, was like, yeah, or it was like, oh, no, you know. I don't know. I don't want to see anything else. I don't have to see.
Hang on a minute. So
but they don't know. So you're going to come out.
Yeah, no. People go, oh, I'm trying. We're trying at the moment.
Yeah, they don't say it while they're doing it.
Yeah, I know, but they'll tell you, we're trying. So do you
mean the moment when they did the pregnancy test?
Yeah, or when you came out?
No, when
during sex, you want to watch your parents have sex?
When the noo-noos banged.
I don't do a lot of sexes, but I don't think there's a sort of noise when you know you've impregnated a woman. Yeah. I don't think it's different. I don't think
she goes woohoo.
I don't think he probably.
Have you guys done it?
He did his business.
No. You see,
absolutely, he's got us here.
I've got a history, and it's a bit, you know.
You did it normally, and then it went ding.
Yeah,
and you thought, well,
most of the time, it's like, yeah, but when you know you've created, it's yeah, more. Get in.
Get in?
I don't get in. I don't know. But it's just, you ask me a question. This is my time travel, and you're going, right, the travel machine's not going anywhere.
What's lovely about that is that was the first thing you thought of. I mean,
we've been doing this for weeks.
Yeah, we threw it upon you, and that's fine. I'll be honest. In the past, we've travelled back to rural England, try and make it better. We've visited dinosaurs. I've set up a mobile phone network in the 15th century. What you want to do is watch your parents bang.
No, I don't. What did I say? I don't want to see them bang. I just want to see their faces. Just two little faces. Maybe photocopied or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe my dad's hand on my mum's face. I don't know what they're into. But, and just see their face and just go, yeah, they were happier.
Let's make a baby and an image of ourselves.
Your parents live over here, not in New Zealand, don't they?
Thank
Are
God
they
for
listening
that.
to this?
No.
I would not be, I would not be mentioning that.
They're probably protecting themselves in the space-time continuum. What kind of face do you think they'd be pulling?
I just hope it's happy, Russell. I hope there's a bit of just joy in there.
You'd think there would be,
like an iguana with
Yeah. How about you, John? I'll show you. This will be the difference. Where are you travelling back?
I'm going back to watch Al's parents have sex.
Hey, let's all go with some
But I don't
popcorn.
want to see their faces. I just want to see the rest of it.
Yeah, same here.
Now it's gone a bit silly, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's I've shared. Where would you go?
I'm going to go forward in time.
Oh, hello.
Say about 20 years to... No, 10. Find something that's been built that hasn't been built yet, right?
Yes,
Then I'm going to go
yes.
back in time
Right,
and
build
dig up a little bit of ground on the place where that is and bury a piece of paper that says, "Will you marry me? Love, John," right? And then hopefully I'll have a girlfriend in 10 years so that when they dig up the site... They'll find that piece of paper, and I'll take her to it when I know they're going to find it, and they'll find it, and they'll go, "God, we found this," and it'll be in my handwriting, and I'll say, "Even the earth knew," and that'll be a proposal.
Oh,
What I love about that,
incredible.
what I love, John, is
Wherever she is, she's a very lucky girl.
what I love about that is in my handwriting. Just
Yeah,
in
I'm
case
not
you print
printing
it up
it
and go,
off.
"That's not your handwriting." I'm not saying that she would say that.
That's delightful.
It's wonderful.
Do you want to know where I'm going?
I'd love to know, Russell.
I'm going to go to
Have you got your whoopee cushion?
10 years. 10 years in the future. And 10 years and an hour. And I'm going to find a little bit of paper. And it's going to say, "I love you. Will you marry me?" And I'm just going to draw a cock on it. So we're going to wrap the show up. Thank you very much for listening. Have you had a fantastic Sunday? Go on then, read out the text and the emails, John.
Well, someone just emailed in to say, "Missed why you're slagging off the Jeff show. Very funny, but can you explain again?"
Okay.
Because let's be honest, this is going to roll.
He stole one of our ideas, and I mentioned this, and John wants to fight him under the guise of Big Boy, a wrestler who is going to arrive on to the wrestling stage on a bouncing kind of inflatable thing with an iguana with a permanent erection. It's been a fairly
Or
weird
to cut it
3
short,
hours.
it's because he's a thief.
All
But
because of that.
that's it. That's me done.
And that's
I
it.
believe I've done enough. We've got some time travels if you want.
Go on in, whiz and fruit.
Tim in Cheltenham.
Yep.
I'd go back and ask them not to build Cheltenham.
Fair enough.
Wonderfully
Quite a sacrifice he's willing to make.
Yeah, exactly. Which implies that he'd never be made.
Yeah, but he's willing to sacrifice himself to save us. I quite like Cheltenham. It's quite nice, isn't it?
Beautiful, yeah.
It's all right.
I'm moving to Swindon.
Yes, you are. But why is that, John? Because the
Handy for the
841
A419.
is handy. He's moving.
It's all
up.
about the roads.
It's all about the road for this guy. It's all
Have
about
you got a TomTom?
It's all about roads and stationery for this son of a gun. That's the way he lives. If he's got a clear road and a tractor, it's going to be a good day. Now that's the end of the show. We've had the wonderful Al Pitcher. You can catch him on doing gigs all over the country. www.myspace.com/Al Pitcher. Check him out.
Dub.
Dub and all that malarkey. He's great. And John, what are you up to this week?
I'm in Scotland all week, Dundee and Edinburgh.
Okay, the new. I'm doing a gig in Lincoln and Nottingham, so I'll see you there if you're coming. That was really horrible. Why did I say that? I was nearly as racist
You're a
as you.
racist.
You actually are racist, though.
You are a racist.
You son of a gun. You come here and say that.
No,
Here's Jeff.
I'm just going to write it down and spread it on some emails.
Spread it. Right, let's have some music. Have a fantastic Sunday. See ya.
All right.
BBC 6 Music.